that,
Mm-hmm.
and then, whatever we're bringing into 2019 from 18, that is the support, prepaid support,
Okay.
that we gotta figure out how to handle in 2020.
How do we correct that if
It's
one
gonna have to
side?
be, I gotta figure that out, I just wanna know what it is. So it probably will be 2020, we'll do some change to the amortization entry, just to kinda get it taken care of in 2020. Okay,
All right.
alright, that's saved. That's not done yet. Alright, we're good, okay, so that's not done. Alright, prepaid rent,
That's, yes,
ooh, an easy one.
that's the Miami one, Miami rent, right?
It is? Okay, alright.
I don't have any other rents. I don't have, you were asking me about one that's assigned to you.
Oh, to me?
Mhm.
Rent to me?
Oh, I think it was rents. Yeah, you sent me an email and said, hey, we need to get this in line. Remember I mentioned it to you? I said, Mark's asking me to get this in line, and it's assigned to him. Thought I sent you an email on it. Yeah, that's the only rent I have.
That's still, oh, whoa. This is the recon? Okay. So what's this?
That is, scroll over to the left. That's our lease termination fee.
Okay, so let's freeze these frames so it's easy to work with. All right, good. So then we did that in there, and there's the amortization. Okay, all right, good. So where's the reconciliation?
That's it.
That's the roll forward.
Okay.
What
So the
makes
rec
up-
would
what
just
makes up
be-
the
The rec would
25,000?
be the entry for would be the $5,000 that we cleared out, and then the $29,644 that we paid. Right?
less the amortization.
So what do
in
I need
December.
to include for the rec?
What makes up the balance?
So I need to make a tab that has the prepaid rent in there, and then,
What's
I
the
mean,
what's
I'm
the
sorry.
balance? What's the balance for prepaid rent? At the end of this year, what's the balance?
25,938.50,
Okay.
which is what we paid for the lease termination fee
Yep.
minus the,
Correct.
amortization.
Right. So that's what's in the account. It's how many months of unamortized prepaid lease termination.
So I just need a sheet that says
Oh, it's
tab.
yep.
It's gotta
This is a
have-
roll forward. What makes up the balance?
Okay, this is 1402.
You can get there. This is 4 lines. It's not that hard. I'm simply trying to put the
Right.
discipline in place of
Right.
not a
I
roll
understand.
forward.
I understand what
It's
you're
the
doing.
balance.
Right.
And the description does say the dates, so that helps.
Yeah. So you got steps. So this is,
So basically, I could almost cut and paste that over to the,
create a tab. Yep. Say
and put maybe the
reconciliation.
journal entry
Yeah.
number or something.
Yeah.
Is that what we want, the journal entry number?
Nope. Description of what's in the account. Lease termination, Sutton Park Place, 5 months unamortized, 5 times X equals Y.
Okay.
All right, so we did clear out this item,
Yes.
did that, so that's good, all right? So all I'm saying is, that's the rec. I don't need to provide the auditors with all of our machinations month to month to month to month.
They just want what's.
They wanna know
The bottom line.
what's in the account, they wanna validate the balance sheets.
So then that's not the rec then, so.
This is not the rec.
Okay, so
It's
we
the
just
activity.
need that.
This is the roll forward,
Okay.
not the reconciliation.
See, and that's where I
The
spend most of my time is on
reconciliation.
the roll forward.
Well,
it's-
it helps you get to the rec.
Okay.
You gotta look at the activity,
Yeah,
but it helps you get to the rec.
All right.
yeah.
It's doing so much better.
So think of it this way,
Uh,
right? Think of it this way. You're at the mall. You got a pocket full of money. You went buy some here, you spent something there, you went got a soda, you did this and this, and all that activity happened, but all you care about is open your pocketbook and there's $7 left. That's all I need to know. Where did I get my what's the $7? That's what we got to do here. What's the $25,000? That's what we're trying to get to. Not the activity. The activity needs to be validated to make sure the activity is accurate. the reason we do this is because people make mistakes.
Right.
We put stuff in stuff and we think we're gonna account for it, but it's manual in a lot of cases. So we've gotta reconcile the accounts so that we know if what we say is there is accurate. The accuracy of the income statement for the business depends upon the accuracy of the balance sheet, right? So if I've got a service, like the license for CISPRO, I paid for it in 2018. If I don't amortize it against my P&L during the year, I've overstated our business performance because that's a value that I've not recognized the cost for in our business. And it's sitting on a balance sheet that has to then get spread out over that time. You got that? She's looking at you. making sure-
No,
making sure you
no,
got it.
I'm not. It's just, he's been trying to nail some of this stuff into my head, and
What I sense is he right? Is he telling me the right thing? That's what I'm getting out of that. All right.
no, it's not. It's
All
really
right,
not.
there, that's good.
I'm trying, Mark. I
All
really
right,
am.
1410.
1410, prepaid insurance. God. Yeah. Now that one should be good.
Okay, good. I'm gonna trust but verify. How's that sound?
Yes, I need you to look at it. Because Joseph and I sat with this on this one for a long time because I was having a hard time
All right, so
understanding.
let me just do this first. Let me go out here. It's 1410.
Yes.
Okay,
You gotta give him
35,292.
points for patience with me.
So pretty close to the beginning balance.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Prepaid insurance. All right, so no major swing there. So auditors are gonna go, oh, okay, got it. All right, so here we are in the account. So where do I go?
See the through December, I
Uh-huh.
need to change that. That was gonna be that's the monthly.
Roll forward?
Roll forward.
Okay, that's fine.
So if you go to JN policy period.
Okay.
Can you go to the left? Let's see.
Go to the left.
Yeah. Wait. How'd those X's get there?
I know. That's 2018 anyway, but obviously some of that would roll into 19.
Oh, okay. Correct for May 2019, corrections for May 2019.
When we open that up?
Did we make those corrections already, Joseph?
You'll have to scroll down.
Okay, how about go to Robin's notes then? I'm gonna definitely clean that up. That should be the balances. Right?
Lot of
And
words.
we made notes, yeah.
Lot of words. Lot of words.
Probably that's because he was trying to help me
I
with it.
gotcha.
We did a true up, we did some true ups to it. And so then. that's all I have.
So this is our, all of these policies, right? And almost all these policies are on a cash flow management program, but the cash flow management program is funding over 10, amortized over 12, right?
Right.
That's the kind of the sticky wicket in this thing.
Right.
Just making sure we have that properly reconciled. It's a little messy. So what there should be is the, the unamortized portion for the balance of the term,
Right,
right?
right.
Okay? So where would I see that?
It should be in the corrections for May 2019.
Corrections, May 2019.
And go scroll down
down.
to the bottom.
Keep.
So we posted this in November, right? This was a correction entry? And that was a surprise because we didn't have the amortization set right, correct?
Yeah.
Because of the higher rate. So we had a higher premium. We never changed the monthly amortization entry with the new premium effective May. I think we changed it 1 month and somehow, some way, we
It
didn't say
went back.
the permanent
The
entry
permanent.
and didn't go back to it. Okay?
Okay,
So all I would like you to do is have a page that you've got all the policies,
Mm-hmm,
you get the full year policy amount,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
So divide that by 12, that's the monthly, right?
I did know this one, okay.
And then the fundings are, we're funding over 10, right?
It's 10 months.
Right,
Yeah.
so
10 installments.
10 installments. So we've made 8 installments in expense, no, how many months? We made 10 installments? No, 8 installments made, yep, June, 8.
Right.
We made 8 installments and amortized 12 periods,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or 8 periods. So you got effectively, you know, whatever that number needs. So basically 2 months, almost 2 months, but not exactly right. But if you do the math on those two numbers, you could quickly get to what there should be a number. So I'm guessing that's what you've done. But we just need a very simple one pager that says that.
Maybe it's down at the bottom of that page.
This page, there's nothing on there.
Okay.
And then I guess my other question though would be, are there any policies in here that are annual policies we're putting here, that are annually funded, not the cash management piece with
What do you mean by
USI.
annually funded?
their premiums you paid a premium for the upcoming year. Is there
Isn't there
anything
a
else?
fire or something?
I thought it was flood,
Or flood?
right here.
Maybe flood.
right there.
So what do you mean we pay, so that's for what, the following year?
Next year, the upcoming year.
Okay, so then that needs
That's
to be
why it's in here.
amortized as well, right?
Yep.
I thought we looked at this, like, I thought it was right.
And then there are these two, right? There's some bonds.
Yeah, those are the ones that I thought that they were canceling and they were gonna give us.
We got a better
going through
premium on
A better
them.
premium from someone else. So what happens with that?
This is funded, these are paid for through 2000. These are,
Oh,
you have to amortize it all over this term.
It's the
They're-
renewals
The
that,
renewals that they're working on finding new sources for. All right, so if you're taking notes, the should be in this account is the math on the 8 months of funding, 10
10
months of,
months of funding.
10 months of funding,
But 8 during the,
8 funded,
yes.
right? 8 funded.
Are you talking about the regular policy?
Right, I'm saying it should be,
The
right?
one
Right.
So
from
we
the
paid
19
The
eight,
multi.
we paid, right,
Right.
we paid 8/10 of our premium
Mhm, so the
and
balance-
expensed 8/12 of our premium. That'd be real easy math to get there.
Okay,
Right.
so the
Total
should
premium.
be at the end of
December?
December would be whatever's left to amortize, correct?
Nope.
Whatever hasn't been amortized through 2019.
Based on whatever so whatever we
Right.
funded in excess of incurred. It's not like the annual policy, right? July to June,
Mhm,
you paid it today. End of the year, you'd have 6 months left.
mhm.
It's a little different with the cash management deal that we've got here.
Because of the 12-month.
12-month, 10-month situation,
Okay, well,
right?
okay, so that's a math thing. I
It's a
can
math
figure
thing,
out,
it's all
so-
it is, right?
So, okay, but whatever was not funded through the year will be in the balance, correct? In the should be, correct?
Whatever's been funded,
Is not in the should be.
whatever's funded is in the should be. That's the way it's a prepaid. It's a prepaid.
When you say
funded it.
funded, what is?
Paid, wrote a check.
Okay, well, don't we write a check for the whole thing? I mean, we write it, we pay for it when we get the bill,
We
right?
pay in installments.
Paid in 10
Okay,
installments.
Okay, got it,
So that's the math logic.
all right.
Let me see if I can.
So it gets a
So
little,
if the total policy, $100,000, right? And I've made 8 payments, right? Made 8 payments of 10 by the end of the year, right?
turn it into text.
Jesus God.
Just right click the darn thing. and-
Yeah, right?
We'll just take your word for it.
So I funded 80% of it, right? And so what have I expensed through the end of the year?
$80,000.
No.
Oh.
What have I expensed? I funded 8 of my 10 deposits. I've expensed how many?
8 of 10 versus,
The 12.
Correct, good call, nice job. There you go, right? So, at the end of the year,
You're gonna have what, 30%?
I funded 80.
Right?
I've expensed, shit. I'm just doing this visually. I've expensed 70. My prepaid is that. So whatever, so you can take the same logic and whatever the premiums are, the full year premiums that are being funded with installments, drop it in this number and this should be or should be,
that's your remaining prepaid at the end of 2019.
2019.
Okay, so do you need to see whatever policy that is
Correct.
broke out like that?
All you need, there's 5 or 6 lines, whatever it is, P and C.
Right, right.
It's back
yeah.
here.
Yeah, I know, they're highlighted back there.
Yep.
So you need one for each of those?
No, just create one tab.
I meant a
one
line,
row.
a line for
One
each.
row, right, so it'd be like P and C, excess
Okay.
liability,
Okay.
general liability,
And
boom,
so whatever's left is what my balance should be at the end.
for those policies,
For those
exactly right,
policies. And that will be my, should be.
for that part.
Okay, I'm gonna try my best. Get that.
And then the other piece, so that's one, the other piece is any annual premiums paid,
Which would be like the $1,000, which we were supposed to amortize that, right?
correct, and you maybe didn't,
And we didn't.
whatever month it's effective, it showed there was like July 1 to June 1,
So do I go in and fix that or just
Nope.
leave that as,
You say that was, that's what's in the balance now.
okay,
And what's, you gotta then determine what the should be is. If we never amortize, it's $1,000 at the end of the year, you gotta tie out to your ledger number. If there's something in there that's not right, we need to know what's not right.
okay.
Yeah, he's right.
I think I'm thick as a brick, okay. Okay.
Are we biting off more than we should here, so we should stop? And just get this done and then move on, or we're gonna throw more at it and it's gonna be a problem?
I'm sorry.
This one's one of the hardest ones for her. And
And
I can walk her through this. So,
I think it's because, I don't know how to do all the calculations and stuff because I've forgotten more than I've learned in Excel for that. So, and I'm sure.
I was simply trying to
Make
show
it
you.
a lot easier for me. I know you are. I know you are. Okay.
Okay. So prepaid insurance, that, you're saying that's not done yet, right? You still have work to do, is that kind of what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
one we just did.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
know.
gonna have to go make
Right.
a rec sheet for that.
Just one rec sheet, correct.
Got it. Okay.
I'm okay, and I think the monthly roll forwards is good to do. I'm not saying it's wrong to do, because now you're getting information in front of you,
Yeah.
and you can go, why did this post to this account?
Yeah.
Why did this amortization entry not get posted? You'll be able, every month, if you do your reconciliations every month, we'll catch something earlier than now.
I know.
That's the
okay.
purpose of the reconciliation.
Right.
but you don't prefer the activity tab being submitted to them?
That's not to the auditors at all,
Right.
no, not at all,
Mhm.
no, it's what makes up the balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
think of it, think of it this way too. So the system automatically creates the reconciliation for accounts payable, right?
That's in SysPro.
In SysPro, it
Right.
automatically does it, because
Right.
that's how the system's built out. So
Okay.
so the reconciliation for your accounts payable is this AP
what's
trial
in-
balance.
right.
It's what's in the account, right?
Okay.
So think of it the same way. What's in my accounts payable? These items. What's in my prepaid? These items. Not all the activity. I don't give the auditors every single voucher that's been transacted and paid in March.
Right.
They only want to know what makes up the balance sheet at the end of the year and is it right?
Okay.
Okay?
Well, a question about the audit then is, that's what I did, is I just uploaded these recs like he did last year. So
Okay.
all that's gonna be incorrect, is it not?
Well, so they're specifically called out as the accounts to add? Because I don't remember.
It says prepaids.
Okay, I thought when we went through it, I said we'll determine what we want to upload for prepaids when we went through the list. So I would say any prepaids you have to be uploaded, I wouldn't put them up yet. I will talk to them when they get here.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I went into 2018
I know,
and
that's fair.
or 19,
Yep.
18 and I copied
Yeah.
what he had done.
Because they then say down
Which is
below,
basically
any
this-
accounts over 50,000, and a lot of stuff isn't over 50, so
I
that
didn't
it's
even
a
read
little
that
bit,
line
it's a little
because-
bit kind of mismatched there, so that's why I said, let's only provide.
Okay, should I go in and delete those?
But we gotta get it reconciled for our purpose,
Right,
we gotta get it
right.
done. It's for our credibility, financial
So-
credibility is
So the
critical.
only sheet they would want is what you're asking me to go in and do.
When
So I
would they
feel like
ask
I've
for it?
wasted so much time.
I don't think you're wasting it, you've had
I
to do
mean,
the work to
I've-
get to here. You
Okay.
had to do the work to get here.
All right.
You've not created anything that, you wouldn't need to get where you're at. It's just the work papers
I
to
just
get
don't
to
have
what
the
needs to get
final,
done.
the final presentation is
Yep.
what I don't have done.
That's correct. All right, 14, 17, that's pretty straightforward.
So anything that I come up on this final presentation tab, if it doesn't balance, what are we gonna do about that? If it doesn't balance, tie in with CISPRO.